Have you ever wondered what powers up a video game character after a long day of training? There's a Japanese classic, a protein-packed dish called Oyakodon, which literally means parent and child bowl, which is the perfect entry point for our story today. We're diving into the world of Street Fighter with Sakura Kasugano's signature dish from the official cookbook, Oyakodon. It's a meal full of protein to get you back up on your feet and training again. I find this dish is so much more than just a recipe in a book. It's a metaphor for Sakura's current journey of growing up and forging her own path, inspired by her hero, Ryu. So today, we're not just making a delicious meal, we're cooking our way through Sakura's evolution from a starstruck fan to a warrior in her own right. When we are first introduced to Sakura in Street Fighter Alpha 2, she's defined by one thing, her complete and total admiration for Ryu. He was her hero, the master she wanted to emulate, and she modeled her entire fighting style on his. She's caught in this dynamic. On one side, there's Ryu, the parent fighter, the established master. On the other, there's Sakura, the child fighter trying to follow in his footsteps. To understand how she moves forward, we have to look in her story in Street Fighter V. Sakura is now in college and currently works part-time at an arcade. She accomplished a lot as a fighter already, but she's at a crossroads, thinking about what she truly wants for her future. Is there more to life than just fighting? Should she settle down? Is strength found in different ways? Let's cook, taste, and find out. So before we dive deeper into Sakura's story, let's get our ingredients in order. We're using about a half pound of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. It's the ideal cut because it stays tender and flavorful. We'll cut this into uniform, bite-sized pieces. Next, an onion, thinly sliced, 2 green onions sliced with the white and green parts separated, some shredded nori into strips, and finally 2 large eggs. The key here is to not overbeat them. We want to gently break them up with chopsticks, leaving streaks of white and yolk. This marbling is crucial for the final texture, and in a way, it represents the beautiful complexity of her future. Not one solid path, but a wonderful mix of possibilities. With all our components prepped and waiting, just like the different paths Sakura is contemplating, it's time to bring them all together in the heat of the pan. Traditionally, Oyakodon is made one serving at a time in a special pan, but a small non-stick skillet will work perfectly. Into our pan on medium heat, we'll combine our sauce, starting with the soul of this dish, the dashi. This is the quintessential Japanese soup stock, and its savory umami flavor is everything. I'm adding about a half cup of dashi stock. This is our foundation, the base on which Sakura built her skills. Then add 2 tablespoons soy sauce for that deep umami, 1 tablespoon of sake, and 1 tablespoon mirin and 2 teaspoons of white sugar for sweetness. Then add in the sliced onions and bring it to a simmer, about 5 minutes. As it heats up, the onions soften and release their sweetness. Once it's gently bubbling, it's time to add in the chicken. The chicken, our Ryu figure, is simmering and infusing the broth with its foundational flavor. Let it cook for about 6 to 8 minutes until the chicken is cooked through and the sauce has reduced a bit. Reduce the heat to low and add in the white part of the green onions. Now for the most important transformative step. This is where Sakura begins to build upon her foundation. This is that moment in Street Fighter V where she starts looking forward to her own future. This is the egg. The technique is critical here to get that perfect silky, custardy texture. With the broth at a gentle simmer, drizzle the egg mixture over everything. You can gently nudge the pan to let the liquid egg find the open spaces. Let this cook for a minute or two until the whites are just starting to set but are still very soft. Then immediately cover the pan with a lid and cook for just 30 to 60 seconds more. The goal is an egg that is just barely set, creamy, and almost like a savory custard. This is not a firm scramble. This is Sakura's future potential. Soft, rich, and entirely her own. The sauce has reduced perfectly, clinging to every piece of chicken, onion, and egg. Let's plate this up. Get a deep bowl filled with a bed of fluffy, hot steamed rice. Now slide the entire contents of the pan right over the rice. Don't stir it, just let it cascade over in one unified mass. Then we'll finish it with shredded nori seaweed strips, a sprinkle of green onions, and togarashi. And our Oyakodon is ready. Looks like the perfect post-training meal, wouldn't you say? But the real test isn't how it looks, but how all those combined elements taste. When you take that first bite, you get that replenishing, familiar flavor. The chicken is tender, and the sauce has that great balance of sweet, salty, and rich umami flavor from the dashi. That's the Ryu influence. It's the rock-solid foundation, the Shoryuken you've known for years. It's powerful and deeply satisfying. But then the egg, it completely changes the experience. It brings a richness and creaminess that the chicken alone doesn't have, coating everything in this silky layer. Everything works together in harmony. It's a dish that's restorative and complex all at once. This is Sakura's growth. It doesn't overtake the chicken, it elevates it. It takes that strong foundation and adds a new layer of complexity and maturity. It's still the parent-child bowl, but here, the child is embracing their own potential, creating something more profound. Overall, it's simple to make, yet it has many layers of flavor. It's savory, a little sweet, and deeply comforting. For Sakura, this dish is symbolic of her journey about finding new kinds of strength. The chicken, or Oya, represents the foundational parent influence of Ryu that will always be part of her. But the egg, the ko, or child, cooked to a soft, silky perfection, represents her own potential as she looks towards the future. She's matured beyond just being a schoolgirl and a Ryu admirer. I hope when she makes her next appearance in Street Fighter 6 or later, they continue to evolve her character. Maybe she becomes a gym teacher, a mentor herself, or a fighting champion. Perhaps she fully embraces motherhood and her child becomes the next Street Fighter. Then we've gone full circle in the parent-child dynamic. Capcom has generally done a good job with character arcs in Street Fighter. Let's not talk about Alex though. If you enjoyed this blend of cooking and character analysis, it would be amazing if you subscribe to this channel. Do any other video game foods hold a special meaning for you? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video for the next time we cook with character. Until then, take care everyone.